Hey guys, so today we're actually going to be discussing the import order, the first and second import order that I've ever received from Tropicals plants of South America, and we're going to be doing the updates on those plants to see like which ones have survived, which ones have thrived, and which ones have, well, which ones have demised. So yeah, so let's just go through them. I'm going to actually pull them all one by one up here on this pedestal, and like we'll discuss each one. Um, and like and ideas that we have for it, and like plans that I'm going to be doing here on the channel, stuff like that, so forth. So let's get right into it, so we don't waste no more time, we don't waste no more daylight, because it's been raining the last couple of days. I've been trying to film this week, but it's been raining like crazy, and I depend on the natural light for the lighting. And yeah, we're gonna hit this light while it's here. So let's go. Okay, guys. So first up, we have the Anthurium, bessier, radiante. I think this is absolutely beautiful. This is Anthurium bessier silver radiante, and the reason that they call it the radiante is because you see the veins here in the center are a little more like fat and like bushed out, like, how do I say, like faded out, right? Like faded. You see what I mean? And this right here was the first leaf that came in. It was actually coming in when it came in the mail. It's a little tiny leaf, and in the acclimation process and situation, I was actually moving. Like when the leaf was like this big, I moved something, and it took the like corner off the bottom of it, so I just ripped the rest off. And this is like kind of what it hardened into, like this crazy chomp. But I mean, it is what it is. The next leaf will be perfect. Other than that, it would have been great if I didn't freaking touch the damn leaf. But you know, you live and you learn. This leaf is absolutely beautiful, except for that little spot right here. But it feels seriously like cardboard. Is really pretty. And just look at that shine. Like, it's just like, oh, goodness gracious. Oh my gatos, look how beautiful. Bellissimo. I love it. So, alright, so this is the Anthurium bessier Affinity Silver Radiante. Alright, guys. Next up, we have the Anthurium veitchii. This sounds pretty cool. I mean, it's something that I never really cared too much for. I was given this as like a free plant with my order, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, maybe when it gets like a bigger leaf, it'd be even cooler. But I don't know. I was just trying to think of, I might just get rid of this plant and sell it off. I cut off the one leaf that was kind of acclimating all funny, and I was like, just if the leaf ain't looking good, like in Jasmina Lowe's, like how she says, the body's got to drop, because we're not here for that. We're here for the display of beautiful houseplants. So this is the Anthurium veitchii. And then when I get my Anthuriums, I always tell people, like, the first leaf that comes out in my care is always gonna be a little rough, you know? And the one after that, it's gonna be golden. So happens to all of them, and it'll happen to this one as well. Anthurium veitchii. Alright, y'all. So these next couple plants, I don't want to hear no hate about them, because they kind of look like they're on the struggle bus, but I did this on purpose. I want you to know that. First and foremost, I did this on purpose. And secondly, it's about what the plant is going to become, not what the plant is right now. So without further ado, let me show you like a little bit of a struggle bus situation with these. So here we go. Okay, guys, so without further ado, I present to you my Monsteras. So these are just a couple of the Monsteras that I received on my import order. This one is the Monstera Spruciana Black. And this one is so beautiful. I actually do have a couple of the leaves right here propagating. Let me show you real fast. And I mean, they're kind of looking rough. I got them in here with some mystery seeds that someone gave me. And yeah, I just chopped up. So what I did with these is hold on a second. So what I did with these is I decided to go ahead and chop it up here. And this one has actually 5 or 6 growth points on the other side of this situation right here. There's 5 or 6 little growth points already coming out. So I stuck it on this moss and with this cork backing just to let it start to root up on something, because the plans that I actually have for this is to put it on a self-watering pole situation, and that's going to be actually filmed here on the channel as well. And this one is either the Monstera SP Limon, which I don't think that's what this one is. I think this one is the, you know what, I don't even remember what this one is. And that's what this one's going to be pretty cool. It does got another growth point coming out right over here. And they're starting to put out a little bit of green in here, and that's going to be pretty cool. I actually need to water these again. I mean, this is just that look moss. I mean, it's real moss, but it's preserved. But I just stuck it on here just because I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stick something on here just so it can start to root into the bottom here. And these are just like straight up a chunk off like a vine. So I want these to start rooting back onto the tree like what they came right off of. Because if these are acclimated to a tree, like that's what I want them to be acclimated to. And then I'll just stick this right onto that pole situation before, like I had talked about. So yeah, so these are my Monsteras. This is like a mystery Monstera. I'm gonna have to go back and look up. Actually, I really don't care. I really don't care what the name of it is. I bought it because I love the way it looked. And then I chopped it, and I just thought, I chopped up all of these. I have all these propagations going right now. We're gonna make that a completely different video as well. But yeah, so this is my mystery Monstera. So Monstera SP. I think this was a black as well, because I think I did focus on getting the black Monsteras, because I really do like something different. You know, I don't like something that looks generic or the same as everything else. And this one is the Monstera Spruciana Black, and this is really, really pretty when it gets going good. So I'm excited that this has 5 or 6 growth points already going forward, and it's gonna be amazing in the next couple of months to watch these grow out. We have my Monstera Black Stripes, which I'm really thinking that this one is gonna be a Monstera Pinopartita, like everyone keeps saying on the Tropicals live sale. They in the comments like, everyone knows that that's a Pinopartita, but like, you guys look at these, like these have the veination that's different than a Pinopartita. So we'll see if it fenestrates like the Pinopartita, but I mean, I see the black stripes and I love it. So if it's a Pinopartita with this look on the whole, with the new leaves, I'm gonna bring it on. I love it. So I'm excited to see how that goes. It's not like I don't know, it's just kind of like a mystery thing for me. Like I get these things, I want to grow them out and see how they mature, right? And I've got it up on this because I'm not really sure what else to put in this situation. And I thought that this would be perfect because it'll just go straight up on that. So yeah, so this is the Monstera Black Stripes, or as what I bought it as, the Monstera Radicans, or what everyone seems to think is the Monstera Pinopartita. So we shall see. Okay guys, so how do you think the struggle bus Monstera is? There's a couple more, don't worry, we're not done yet. But the next couple plants I want to show you are kind of going to bring out more like my aesthetic towards planting and like what this channel is really all about. I like to do multi-planting. It's all about a physical aesthetic. Like I want it to be beautiful. Like when I walk into a place, like I want to walk in and see, like I want someone to walk into my room and be like, what the French toast? Like, oh my god, those, like when they're looking around, like they're just like, what is going on? Like just where they want what I have, and it's like, well, because you have to grow it. So I like to grow these out in like a certain, I don't know, it's really different. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about, and this next example is pretty perfect on the spot of what I'm talking about. So alright guys, so the next plant I was talking about was this plant right here, the Anthurium CF Windlingerii, which honestly I was really kind of bummed because when I bought this I was like, oh my gosh, I want the Windlingerii so bad, and it was basically because of the strap leaves and the corkscrew inflorescence, like the little piggy tail. Well, guess what? I don't think this one gets that. That's why it's a CF. And I was like, you know what? whatever, it's still got the pretty strap leaves. So I went ahead and I planted it in here with a bunch of Ripsalis clavata, and then I also have a Hoya Crimson Queen. Excuse me. And I just love it. I love the aesthetic, like, because when this, sorry, I was saying, I just absolutely love this aesthetic, because like when this starts like getting like really large long leaves and the Ripsalis clavata is just dangling right behind it and all these masses of like little clumps of cacti, and then the Hoya will just be coming out on here. It'll be on the shelf, of course, but it'll be going over on the shelf and filling out the shelf. And if that bloomed, like, that would just be absolutely stunning. You can't tell me you can't walk into someone's house and be like, what the French is that? Like, what's going on? So that's like what I like to do with my plants. It's not like for a resale kind of situation. It's for like the oomph. Like, I'm gonna like boom come at you, be like, this is what I do. That's how I do it. So that's kind of that's my judge. I love it. Now, piggybacking on that, I'm gonna bring you to this plant versus me bringing this plant to you, because just getting it out of this back corner and with the antlers and everything, it's just, I'm not doing it. So see, it's got it on this whole pole. I don't like to move my plants if I don't have to, because the lighting situation is what gets them all facing one direction. This is my Philodendron patriciae, and it's actually coming out with a new leaf right here. Look how beautiful. How awesome. This pot I made up, it's got crystals that I found, an antler that I found, feathers that I found, all this stuff I found hiking. And then some pilea. I love it. It's doing great. So that is my Philodendron patriciae. I did this picture back in like 3rd or 4th grade. Isn't that crazy? Charcoal. Anyway, back on topic. So this is 2 different plants from 2 different situations. The Philodendron bicolor, which is this taller one here with the long strappy leaves, is the one we're going to be talking about in the video right now. This other Philodendron, which is a beautiful redback Philodendron, we'll do for another video, but that's a no ID Philodendron. But we're going to focus on the Philodendron bicolor, which I just took off a yellow leaf this morning. Other than that, it seems to be doing okay. That stem looks a little wrinkly. I don't know how that's going, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said before, either you live or you die in this situation. So, girl, I hope you choose to live. I mean, come on, you're putting out. Is that going to put out or not? What you doing? Come on. Make up your damn mind. So, that's my Philodendron bicolor. I really, really love this plant, though. And I do got another one in there that I got from another seller as well, the same person that gave me this one. But she gave me this one for free as well. But then I went ahead and ordered the larger one from Tropicals, and it's doing alright. I don't know if it's doing the best, but it's doing okay. So, it's alright. So this plant is the main character in what's going to be the monster pot. And this is the Monstera canelos large, on the large Monstera canelos, the mature form. And that's the mature form of this plant. I'm curious to see how the holes, how the holes go from this to that. But those holes actually do get much, much bigger, because if you've actually watched my last video on like when I got this plant, this is not the exact plant that I ordered. The exact plant that I ordered was much more lime green colored. The holes were much more larger, and they swear that this is the same exact plant. That plant just happened to die before they shipped it to me, so they sent this as a replacement, and it is the same plant. It's just not the same, I don't know, maturity or whatever, but we're going to put this on a self-watering pole with all of these other Monsteras, and we're going to make a monster pot. And then this is going to be a different pot, and I'll show you that as well. We're going to do all this on this channel, so don't you worry, I'm not going to leave you out of none of it. Because ain't nobody done nothing like I'm doing on this channel. Like, no one's doing it. I know you guys keep hearing, like, no one's doing it, no one's doing it. I'm not really like showing you what I mean, but I will. Trust me, I will. I'm getting everything prepared. I have to do this stuff outside, and it's raining a lot right now, so I've got to like wait for the right time, the right situation. But it is gonna get done. The next plant we're gonna look at here is one of my absolute favorites. This is the Monstera obliqua Kalikali Sharp. I think this plant looks so freaking cool. It's planted up in here with actually a variegated Monstera adansonii tricolor that I actually just clipped off because I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna let it like grow from that stub, and like I propagated the leaves that are propagating, and just to give this some more room to get started. And then once this gets started, this will pop out some new growth, so it'll be awesome. But yeah, so this is the Monstera obliqua Kalikali Sharp. Got a little new leaf. Look how cute that is. I mean, it's kind of weird, but cute. Cute to a parent. Okay, guys, so this is kind of my struggle bus. So these two leaves are the leaves that were coming out when I got the plants. So this is the Anthurium luxurians round form, and look how beautiful this is, like the round leaves. So stunning. And this is the Anthurium luxurians dark form, which I'll show you the better leaf. Look how beautiful that is. Holy cow. I was so sad like that this leaf was coming out when I got this imported, because I knew that it was going to do this. But I mean, eventually I'm just going to chop this leaf off, and once a new leaf comes on, actually, you know what I might just do right now? I might actually just come up here and... So something that I've actually learned with this plant, so this happens, this situation here happens when I overwater it. And I started doing some reading on this plant because I never really did luxurian or any anthuriums before. So like, and I really wanted the luxurians, and everyone's like, it's so hard, it's so hard. And I was like, it's not really so hard. It's just you don't give it exactly what you're supposed to be doing for that plant, and it's gonna, you know, treat you like a kid that's not getting what it wants. It's gonna treat you like an asshole. So this, so this is this little haircut. Oh, you poor thing. Pitiful. You look pitiful. Anyway, this Anthurium, it likes it more dry, as to what I've read. So I don't know that for sure, but it is coming out to be that kind of a process. This Anthurium is actually potted up. Oh, is that a crack? No bueno. Look how pretty this pot is, right? This is actually Tony Evans Raku Pottery number 44. I got this from a thrift store here in Edwards, and it's worth a lot of money. And I paid like $2. I was like, this is absolutely so beautiful. It's like, looks like a desert situation or something. I'm probably gonna take these out of this. You know, the way that I water these now, I used to water straight into here, but after seeing how this happens, I started just putting, I have this like on I have a red plate that this sits on, and I just water on the plate and it soaks it up through. So this is the glazed part. This is like clay, like terracotta kind of situation. So it absorbs all that, and the plant absorbs what it needs when it needs it. So I might leave it in here just to test it out for a little bit longer, because I do have a lot more luxurians coming, and I have more luxurians here you'll see in this tour. But this is my one that's in this Tony Evans pottery, and I really love the way it looks, because you get to see the pottery and the plant. You know, if I put something that vined on here, you wouldn't see the pottery. So that's why I kind of want to keep it like an Anthurium and show off the pot as well, because it just gives that different aesthetic to everything. And I'm really hoping that this will work out. So this is kind of like the test baby. You're doing good. You're doing good, baby, as well. Okay, so next up we have kind of a struggle bus situation, and definitely one that's not a struggle bus situation. The first one I'm going to talk about is this one, which is not a struggle bus situation. It is absolutely stunning. I just got this plant without having anything to put into, so I stuck it into here promptly. But this is the Margravia elcoca. Look how pretty those back of the leaves are. Dark purple. It's putting off all kinds of new growth on the top. But look how stunning those are. Every single leaf is still perfect and intact since once they shipped it. And I'm actually going to be building a terrarium and putting this in that. But I stuck it in this right away because I put in some stratum down here, some fluval stratum, and then some moss, and I just stuck it in there. But then when I got my import order, I had this, which is like a exotic blueberry, it's a blueberry kind of plant. It just started dropping leaves right and left, just like everyone told me it was gonna happen, and I was like, whatever, blah blah blah. You gotta live and you learn, right? It was so beautiful for a couple weeks, and then I was just like, I'm gonna put it in this humidity dome just to keep it kind of alive, I guess. And it's kind of working, but I don't know. It's not like a big, I don't know, it's not a big thing to me to like necessarily keep that plant alive. It was just kind of like a test kind of situation, I guess. But maybe I'll put this like that so you can see the bottom of the leaves too. Like in there. That looks cool. And then I'll just put it back on the shelf like that. Anyway, so yeah, so that's my Margravia elcoca, which I am going to be putting like the most pretty little like orchid terrarium, moss terrarium situation that I have planned. This is going to be going in that. So get ready. Okay guys, so this is the Monstera obliqua Los Taus. Look how pretty. And that's not variegation, that's just damage, I think. And it's planted up in this with some Epipremnum Golden Flame. It needs to get some more gold on it. But I have it here facing the sun. It's going to get some more gold on it. It's just going to be pretty. I have it here waiting on somewhere to put it. So again, with my multi-planting situation. But yeah, this is Monstera obliqua Los Taus. Love it. Okay guys, so I put these two together just because they look very, very similar, but they are different. So let me show you first. This one is the Anthurium luxurians sharp, right? Purebred luxurians sharp. Looks pretty. Love it. This one here is the Anthurium luxurians bidebilis. Really silver looking. Really pretty. When you put them together, they look very, very similar, and it's like, So I just keep them together. I still have these in moss. I haven't really taken them out of anything because I don't know. I don't really need so many of the same plant, And I'm kind of like, I kind of don't want to get rid of it, but I do. I don't know. I'm gonna keep the debilis one for sure. And I'm going to get rid of this one at one point, but we'll figure that out later. I don't know. But this one is the Anthurium luxurians sharp. And this is the Anthurium luxurians bidebilis. Love it.
Okay, next up we have the Anthurium SP Morona. This gets really big belt-like leaves, and I'm really excited. I mean, I'm not keeping this plant. I'm going to be getting rid of this plant, giving it to a friend, but I do have another one coming that's a lot larger, and I'm excited to show you guys the repotting of that one when it gets in, and the massive size that this plant will get to, and you'll see it in that unboxing and in that repotting. So this is the Anthurium SP Morona. Beautiful.
Okay, now we have the Monstera obliqua Cinepa and the Monstera SP Penguensia. I'm not sure how to say that. But this is the Penguensia, and I really love that plant. It gets really wide. And I'm really excited to see that grow. And this is the Cenepa. I'm not really sure how that's going to mature, but I'm really excited to see, because if you see the leaf shape on this, I just think it's really pretty. And so yeah, so I'm excited to put that part of the monster pot situation that we've got going on with the Bonita and the Monstera Canelos. So yeah, so I'm really excited for that because it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to be doing those in the next couple of weeks. I'm just getting everything together. I mean, I've got all the materials I need. I'm just basically waiting for the weather to take a turn because I'd like to do these things outside, and it's really kind of raining the last couple of weeks. So just letting this weather pass, and then I'll be going outside to do that. So this is, again, the Monstera obliqua Cenepa, and it's just gone perfect. And so has the penguency. Penguins or penguency? I'm not sure how to say it. Monstera. It's pretty. Alright guys, I'm gonna come down here to my, I think it's the last one. This is the Monstera, what was it called? Monstera CF Delicioso is what they sold it to me as. Like, doing a lot more research, I think it's a Monstera, I forgot what it was called. I'll have to put the name up. I'm gonna put it on here, but it looks exactly like this other Monstera. So I'm just gonna grow it up here and see how it looks. It's in this pot, which used to house my Monstera Esqueleto, used to be planted right here. Decided to chop that baby up the other day, and it's still got in here with the Monstera Golden, or not the Epipremnum Golden Flame, the mature one, growing up here, putting some more leaves out that I chopped. And yeah, so there is that one.
Okay guys, so this is the best one. I'm saving the best for last. This is my favorite. This is the Anthurium bessier Affinity. That's it. Look how beautiful it is. I mean, wow. So you can definitely tell the difference with the veination on this one versus the radiante. Let me get that one just to show you real quick. Hold on, give me just a second. So, as you see, clearly the veination on these two plants is completely different, but they are the same plant. The veination on this one is fluffed out, or I don't know how you want to call it, like gradient. I don't know, it's like a lot thicker of veination than this one. And this leaf is a lot darker than both these leaves. This plant in general is a lot darker. So I absolutely am in love with the Anthurium bessier Affinity. In love. I cannot wait for the next leaf to come out. And I'll show you now like where I keep it. Hold on just a second, let me put it back. So this is where I keep it. I keep it on the top of the soil of my neon philodendron. So when I water that, it waters this. So I love it. But that's where I keep it, and it looks absolutely stunning and perfect. So yeah, so there's my import orders, and yeah, let me know what you guys think.
Okay guys, so that was it. That was my import order. I was really excited to show you guys how they're doing, because they're doing extremely well. Like the Patriciae, like come on girl, like that thing looks like it's been planted there for months and months and months. And it's gonna be amazing when I actually get these things on the pole. Like when I actually make the monster pole, when I make the bonita pole. You guys are really gonna be flabbergasted with the idea that I have, because it's not like a regular moss pole. It's a self-watering situation, but there's not really gonna be. I mean, there will be some moss, but like you'll see what I mean when I put up my video. I'm just trying to get everything in order. It's kind of raining a lot now, which is why I'm not doing it this week, because I need to do it outside, because I've got big pots. I've got a lot of stuff I need to get done, like spread out. I'm gonna be doing that outside in the sun. I'll show you guys like my little gardening area where I do all my stuff outside, my little potting table and stuff. And I'm excited. So I'm excited to get all into that. I just want to show you where my imports were for right here, right now. I really highly suggest you guys all go to the Tropicals live sales. They do them every Tuesday morning and Tuesday evening, and Thursday morning and Thursday evening. I myself don't really go to the Tuesday evening one because I'm on my training then. I'll do it up until training, but then once training starts, I have to go do my business. Um, but Thursday morning and Thursday evening as well, I do like to attend those. And it's even if you even have to buy something, I like to chat with people because we have a really great community there. We have like Jasmina Lowe, who's also here on YouTube. Breezy Plants. Breezy's awesome. I love Breezy. There's like Adventures with Ginger. She's a great girl that's here on Instagram, and I'm hoping to be on YouTube. I gotta see if she's got a YouTube channel. I haven't even checked that out. So there's just so many people that I've actually got connected with through plant cells, tropicals, plant cells of South America. I highly suggest you guys all come in. I recently just invited Juice Roots to come. Juice Roots? I don't know how you say that. But Jose, I recently invited him to come to Tropicals Plant Sales because they have the best prices on the Anthurium pallidiflorum. And I saw in his video the other day that he had mentioned that he really wants one. And you can get like a really massive pallidiflorum for like $35. That's outrageous to me. Like, and they come perfectly like that. They come amazing. This company ships everything amazing. They package everything amazing, and I've not had one single problem with them. I've only had 2 orders so far. I do highly suggest them. I am actually thinking about doing another video. I'll probably do it after this one, explaining the process of how you actually order for from Tropicals. Because like every time we're actually explaining everything to this, and it's like I kind of got tired of telling the people. I let someone else take the reins and explain the situation. But it's like, uh, we'll do the video on that later. It don't matter. But okay, guys. So thank you again for joining me on this update video on my import order and see where they're going, where they're the ideas that I have going for them, the monster pull that I have coming up. I'm excited for you guys to see that. I'm just waiting for the weather to kind of take a turn so I can actually do this stuff outside because these are big plants and I don't really have like all the room in the world to lay all these things out right now out inside. So I'm actually gonna do them outside in the potting area that I have designated. And I'm excited to show you guys all this. I'm excited to show you guys the bonito pot that I'm gonna be making, the monstera pot, the monster pot I'm calling it, and I'm just really really excited. So please subscribe, join me, watch what I do. The things that I have, the plants that I have on this channel aren't really plants you're gonna see on. I don't think very many other people's channels because I don't really see anyone else growing out these plants. I see them on Instagram. I really want more people to be putting on more channels as well, so we can actually see different ways of growing things, different ways of caring for things. I'm not really gonna probably be doing like a care thing because I care for my plants a lot different than a lot of people. Um, I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes. I hope you liked the video. Ciao for now.